God bless you guys. Bobby DudeTube here. If anyone knows me, they know that I'm a big book reader ever since I've been a child. I used to read Stephen King novels. I used to love reading novels, and now that I'm a Christian, I read a lot of Christian novels. And one of my favorite authors is Max Lucado. I would advise him highly if you want to know anything about the love of God. And there was an actual chapter that I read a while back, and I think it's an unbelievable parable that he gave with a question at the end, and I think it's a great question. So the parable is that there was a king, and this king had two sons, and the sons were arguing. One son was saying that a gentleman has to be born, and one saying that a gentleman can be made. So they came to their father and they asked him the question to settle the dispute, and the king said, you know what, this would be a great argument. Why don't you guys take 24 hours to prove your points, and we'll go in the main ballroom, we'll make an event out of it. So they agreed to it. So the one who believed that you can make a gentleman walked into a pub and saw a cat there walking on its hind legs serving beer. So he asked the waiter whose cat was that. He said it was mine. He said, listen, I will pay you an amount of money to have this cat for tomorrow afternoon, just for an hour. And he said fine. So the other brother, finding out, was kind of upset, but he had something up his sleeve. So the next day they went into the ballroom. Thousands of people were there, and the father asked the first son, okay, how can you prove that a gentleman can be made? And here comes the cat in a full tuxedo, walking perfectly straight, with a tray in its hand and a gold goblet of wine, and walks straight to the king, bows down, and hands the king the goblet of wine. So of course the whole place cheers and claps, and even the king says, well, I'm very impressed, you proved your point. Okay, son, how can you prove that a gentleman has to be born? The son took out a mouse and put it on the floor, and immediately the cat ripped off his tuxedo, dropped the goblet, and ran after the mouse. Why? Because that's his true nature. So what is the point of the story? That we can dress it up. We can train ourselves to be great Christians. We can look the part. But everyone has a mouse. Everyone has that something that you can have a perfectly great day. You can be singing and worshiping, but there's this one thing that just brings the cat out of you. My mouse is Sunday being late. I can be worshiping all day, watching the pastors and listening to music, but 8 o'clock comes along and no one is ready. I lose my mind to the point where I almost don't want to go to church. Now, you have to ask yourself, what's your mouse? It could be a situation. It can even be a person. I think we've all been in a situation where someone will call and you go, yo, daddy. Okay, I really don't feel like talking to you. I'm having a good day. Well, that's your mouse. So here's the question to you. What is your mouse? Could be a place, situation, could be money problem, could be anything. But I think it's great to recognize what it is so we can conquer it. Leave comments. God bless you guys.